Shalom to all the Akiam out there who's pushing the word in truth and sincerity. And double honors to the apostles of GMS and the elders who continue to feed us, feed our spirits according to the word. This is Yasad, again from Trinidad, coming back with a short lesson, going to title Hell Debunked. A couple of precepts and explanation. Start off first by what Wikipedia says hell is. In religion and folklore, hell is an afterlife location in which evil souls are subjected to punitive suffering, often torture, as eternal punishment after death. So a couple of things to say here. Folklore, as we all know, folklore is a tale, a story, right, told by people and passed down from one generation to the next generation, right? So the hell is an afterlife, a location in which evil souls are subjected to punitive suffering, often torture, and eternal punishment after death. Right, so we're gonna touch on this very quickly here today. First precept I'm gonna bring, gonna be Ecclesiastes 3 and start at actually no, we'll go straight to the point here. Starting from 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. Moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. So under the sun is the earth here, and that's where the place of judgment is. They didn't say anything about a lake of fire was judgment, etc. Right, so that is one quick precept there to show you that was wrong. Jumping up to 21, just want to identify something very quickly. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of beast that goeth downward to the earth? So here, man's spirit goes up. So this thing what the church said, where you're going down in hell, that's crap, load of bull. Right? It simply says here, the spirit of man goes up. But what it goes up for? It goes up for judgment. Right? The other precept to go with this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto powers who gave it. Right? So you're actually going up. But you're going up to receive judgment. And you're going to receive judgment. And depending on, on judgment, you're going to be sent right back down to hell. Where is hell? Right here on earth. People say heaven and hell is right here. You ever hear all the people say, oh gosh, I'm catching real hell here? So all those sayings that came from way back then, they know that here was hell. Look at how much people are suffering, especially the Jakes and stuff that have to work and went through slavery. If going through slavery in those times wasn't hell, then where is hell? What is hell? So I identify here that we all are, the spirit of man goes up, so we all are basically spirit in a body, right? And the body only have a certain time here, and then it goes up for judgment and comes back down. This is where reincarnation comes back, or regeneration. To identify that, first, a quick sample, 1 Samuel 28:3. Now Samuel was dead, and all Israel had lamented him, so they was mourning for him, and buried him in Ramah, even in his own city. And Saul had put away those that had familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. So like the witches and a lot of people who deal up with the left hand side, he had put them out of the land, because the Most High said don't deal with them, according to Leviticus 19, I believe. So Samuel's dead here, right? And then Saul, I'm gonna just go and jumped it. Saul's asking them where have someone that just deal with these spirits because he want to talk to Samuel. And they said there's this woman in verse 7 down the bottom that had familiar spirit at Endor. Saul disguised himself and went up. But if she saw him, because he had initially banned them, or even say if anybody practiced that, they would have killed him. So he disguised himself and went up to her. And then he asked her in verse 8, Saul disguised himself and put on the raiment, and he went, and 2 men with him, and they came to the woman by night. And he said, I pray thee, divine me unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring me up him whom I shall name unto thee. So I'll give you the name. I want you to bring up a spirit for me. And the woman said unto him, Behold, thou knowest that what Saul had done, how he had cut off those that have familiar spirits and wizards out of the land. Wherefore then slayest thou a snare for my life, to cause me to die. Right? Verse 11. Just jump to verse 11. Then the woman, then said the woman, Whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, Bring me up Saul. Right? Then when the woman saw Samuel, bring me up Samuel, Salaki. Verse 12. And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice, and the woman spake to Saul, saying, Why hast thou deceived me? For thou art Saul. And he promised, well, don't worry about it. Basically, I am the one who tell you because I wanted to talk to the spirit about something. And the woman said unto Saul, I saw gods ascending out of the earth. And he said unto her, What form is he of? And she said, An old man cometh up, and he is covered with a mantle. And Saul perceived that it was Samuel, and he stooped with his face to the ground and bowed himself to the spirit that's in front of him, which is Samuel's spirit that she brought up. And Samuel said to Saul, Why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? He was asleep. He was actually happy to be out of hell. He's gonna eventually go up and meet the Most High. And Saul answered, I am sore distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and God is departed from me, and answered me no more, neither by prophet nor dreams. Therefore I have called thee out, that thou mayest make known unto me what shall I do. Then Samuel, Wherefore then dost thou ask me, seeing Yahweh is departed from thee, and is become thine enemy? And Yahweh had done to him, and as he spake by me. For Yahweh had rent the kingdom out of thine hand, and given it to thy neighbor, even to David, because thou obeyest not the voice of Yahweh, nor executest his fierce wrath upon Amalek. Therefore had Yahweh done this thing unto thee this day. Moreover, Yahweh will also deliver Israel with thee into the hand of the Philistine. So he's telling them here that listen, the Most High is going to deliver you and Israel into the hands of the Philistine. And tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me. So he's saying here, because he is in the spirit world, and he said, by tomorrow you and your sons will be with me. Right? He didn't say you and your sons was going to hell. Right? So all the spirit go to one place, according to Ecclesiastes 3:21. And Yahweh also shall deliver the host of Israel into thy hand. Right? So jumping from that Matthew 10:28. Right? So, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. So here, you should fear the Most High, because he's the only one that could kill the body and the soul. Whereas as we are on this earth here, they can only kill the body, but they cannot kill the spirit, right? Jumping quickly to Ephesians 6:17. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of powers. So this word is the sword to cut the spirit. This is why sometimes when you're in the streets and we bring on some things, people get hurt and emotional because we didn't actually cut them on the flesh, we actually cut their spirit, right? To back that up too is Hebrews 4:12. For the word of powers is quick and powerful. The word, right, of power is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. So to show you that you are a spirit, right? All of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of thoughts and intents of the heart. That's how powerful this word is. So now you recognize that we are spirit, and now you recognize that we all go up. The spirit go up. So now as we know that we are spirit, just move on very quickly here to Hebrews 9:27. And as it appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment. So after you die, which is in the body, your spirit is still alive, your spirit goes up. But after this body death, this is the judgment. After this, the judgment. So the judgment is coming here now. Now they're saying you go to hell. But where is hell for this judgment? You're gonna burn for eternal. So we're gonna touch on that here, right? Ecclesiastes 3:16. Right, so I just wanted to bring back this again. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. Right, so under the sun is the earth. This is the place of judgment. Right, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. So if your place of judgment on the sun was hell, why you would have and the place of righteousness? What is righteousness doing in hell? It's crazy. So it's that wickedness and righteousness live on the earth, which is under the sun. Right, so that already debunked most of the stuff with hell already. Numbers 27:16. Let Yahweh, the powers of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation. So we know the Most High is the power of all spirits, the spirits of all flesh. Right, and just to finish it off here, just basically this last precept I have here, we're going to Revelation 20:14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. So death and hell, so if your hell is an everlasting place where you're going to be set for your judgment, is going to be cast into the lake of fire. And this is the second death. So hell is going to get death. It's crazy. This hell is really earth, which is where we are right now, where heaven and hell is really is. And this is the place of judgment, which is under the sun. So if you don't understand that, you should go and read some other book. Leave this book alone. So with that, we say shalom.